Pride and Prejudice, Introduction. Well, I know we've already talked through about most of the details of these videos, but I would like to recapitulate them, so in the future, if you need them, if you need the information, you can go back to the video, okay? So keep in mind, what is our idea here? Our idea is to read Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen from beginning to end, alright? And our primary purpose, or at least the most obvious one, is to improve vocabulary as well as the English language in general, but I'm sure there are many other benefits. For example, learning how to read. We still have to learn how to read. I'm still learning that, and we have to get deeper into that. Okay, so that's our purpose here. Well, before I forget, I have made a playlist some time ago, some months ago, for my other students, for my TC student, Teachers Course students, where I did something similar to this one we're going to do together, but I read a book called The Old Man and the Sea by Ernest Hemingway. For that set of videos, I made 3 important introductions, you know, and I'm going to put in the description of this video here the introduction, so please watch those if you have the time. I think they'll help a lot understand my vision on literature, okay? So that's your first homework, let's say, to watch the 3 videos of The Old Man and the Sea. More technical aspects. Every time you watch a video, I would ask you please to comment here in the in the comments just your name, so I know how fast you are going, you know, so I know if I have to review some things, and I know you know what is going on with you, okay? Remember, as we have talked through what's I think a nice pace for you would be 4 videos a week, okay? I will try to keep my videos 15, 14, 16 minutes long, not too much different from that, so that you will know you are doing 1 hour of class a week, let's say the passive part, and then of course the active part, as we have talked. You are going to answer some of the questions I'll say during the videos, okay? We will be reading, and then I will say, oh, what about this one? And then you can answer to me through audio, right? If I don't have any questions, you can just, after you watch the 4 videos, you can talk to me about your experience, you know? You can say what kind of feelings you got, what kind of memories, you know, that chapter, you know, brought to you. If you thought some of the characters were, I don't know, pretty difficult to understand, maybe not the book, right? But the character, it's very difficult to understand that a guy took an attitude like that, all right? Or you would like to comment on a relationship between characters, or even a small summary of what you have read, you know? So I think that's very productive. It's very productive to revisit what we have done, all right? So remember, ideally, your audios should add up to 30 minutes a week, okay? I think that would be nice. And then the other 30 minutes, I will give you a feedback, you know? Not only on the grammar, pronunciation of your production, all right, but also answering your questions or commenting on, you know, on the aspects of the book, all right? You will see in the introduction of The Old Man and the Sea, but just remember, I told you something that, you know, touched you, something that, you know, made you think. Because this is the relation I think we should have with the book, right? We should have a personal relation with the book, so keep that in mind. Also keep in mind, if there is any aspect of my video or of the book that is a little bit obscure to you, also please feel free to ask me. If I think it's something very, let's say, deep, then I will record an extra video just to answer that question, okay? If I see it's something that I can answer, you know, very fast, so I will send an audio and we can have it done, all right? Keep in mind, I will also post here in the description, the description of the video, Quizlet, a list in Quizlet, okay? So the idea of the lists in Quizlet is for you to practice the vocabulary we have been studying here, right? So you just click there, a list will open, okay? If you just scroll down, you will find the words in the order they appear in our book. So let's imagine you are rereading it at home. It's very nice to open the list here and you have the book here, so if you have any questions, you just look at the list. It's much faster than searching for every single word. Okay, that's the first function of Quizlet. The second function of Quizlet is to work as an exercise. So if you click Aprender there, then the website will start testing you. Okay. Also, keep in mind that it would be very, very interesting if you could use Google Image while you are reading the book, because depending on the words, it's going to help a lot. I'm just going to take notes that I have to post Quizlet there as well. So keep in mind, let's imagine the narrator is talking about a tree. It's impossible to understand a tree by reading the how can I say, the definition of a tree. You have to see it, okay? So the more you see it, the better. But then I have a second, or maybe it's a third suggestion, that is Uglish. Uglish. The link will be in the description. What does Uglish do? Uglish is an excellent tool, an excellent tool. Uglish searches millions of videos in YouTube and finds the ones that have a word, a specific word you are searching, okay? So let's imagine I want the word, I don't know, I want the word daisy, the flower, right? Of course, if I go to Google Image, that will be excellent because I will be able to see the flower. But let's imagine I want to see if people use this in sentences in general. So I will just go to Uglish, type daisy, and then the word will appear in the middle of a video. And then Uglish will give me that part of the video. Some rules, though, for you to use Uglish. Don't worry too much about the context, okay? Otherwise you will fall into infinite digression. Okay, be very careful, very, very careful. What do I mean by that? You want the word impressive, and then you get a documentary in the middle of the documentary and you say the most impressive thing about these dolphins is their communication abilities. And then of course there's an interesting video there, but you are worried about, you are concerned about, your focus is on I forgot the word, exciting, excellent, outstanding. I forgot the word, but that is the word you are searching for. So don't mind if you don't have context. That's the first rule. Second rule, even if in that little chunk YouTube gives you, or Uglish gives you, even if in that little chunk you have some different words, don't search for these new words. It's not the time to learn different words. It's the time for you to see the word you are studying here in Pride and Prejudice in context. Okay? So that's important. Okay. My third suggestion is the free dictionary. Also the description will be there, the free dictionary. To find definition, nice examples, and etc. Okay. Still in this introduction, I need you to know the following. The dictionary is just an artificial environment for a word. Words are not created to be in the dictionary. Words are not definitions of themselves. You know, that's not a word. Words are a much more complex phenomenon that we simplify by writing on the dictionary. Okay? It's a little bit like getting to know your dog by reading a description you make of your dog. It's not the same thing. You know? It's not the same thing. I cannot say, oh, I know that dog very well because my student wrote me a very nice email, an entire page about the dog. Okay, I will know your dog a little bit, but it's much better if I see your dog in real life. What is it to see words in real life? You will see words in context, okay? You will see words being used in the wild, let's say. Let's put it this way, okay? In that sense, it's much better. Let's imagine you are searching for the word, let me see, for the word draw. You know, like you can draw a house, you can draw a card, a band draws people from all over. You can draw your weapon if you are in a Western movie, you know, things like that. It's much better if you're looking for the word draw to put those contexts, right? For example, draw, like then you connect a weapon, a house, and etc. instead of writing definitions, okay? So try to dive into the English language when you are searching for the words, okay? Just one more rule for the use of Uglish. Don't think you are wasting time to see 4, 5, 6, 7 contexts for the word you want, okay? You are getting that kind of subtle difference words have between one another that you can't get by studying. You know this myth that you can just speak English very well if you live abroad? This myth comes from the fact that many people, when they're learning English, they're just learning the artificial English of a material or of the dictionary, okay? But people who dive into the culture, you know, then they can learn English very well. I'm talking about vocabulary, of course, pronunciation, other things. I would have to go in different areas, but keep in mind it's pretty possible to speak English fluently without ever being without ever lived there. Okay, and I strongly believe that this kind of exercise I'm proposing here is essential to that purpose. Okay. Let me see if I have anything else to say in this introductory video. Sometimes I will find interesting interesting pronunciation for words, alright? When you visit your The Free Dictionary, take a look at the phonetical transcript of those words and take it as a challenge for you to learn how to use the phonetical transcript, okay? That can change your life when it comes to pronunciation, okay? So how should you do it? You're going to learn the symbols little by little. By the way, don't use those transcripts with small symbols at the top. I think we've talked about that in one of our classes, right? Use those symbols with different, transcriptions with different symbols, right? Usually they are the last one in the list of dictionaries, because remember, that's what the free dictionary will present to you, a list of dictionaries. So take a look at the transcript, try to pronounce it, try again, and if you have difficulty with the symbol, you just click on the pronunciation and a table will open showing you all the symbols, and then you go to the top, you click to listen to the word, you try to read it again, click again, you know. By doing those two things, you improve your pronunciation hugely. Of course, regarding those words that I will emphasize here, or words that you don't feel confident pronouncing. Just one more thing, I think I've already mentioned, so after you watch the videos, it would be nice for you to reread just the little part we've covered in the video, okay? So in the next video we will start reading chapter 1 already, okay? Just one last thing, sometimes I recorded specific videos for specific words. You know, they're very short, like 1 minute long videos. So when I have them, I will post them in the description of the video here, right? So you will click there, another video will open just to explain to you, for example, the word I don't know, however, in a different context.